Hey everyone, ready to jump into the wild world of AI image generation? It feels like everywhere you look these days, somebody's talking about these crazy tools that can whip up a masterpiece
Yeah.
just from a few words.
Yeah, it's definitely a hot topic, and for good reason.
Exactly.
There's a lot of potential here.
Absolutely. So today,
Mwah.
we're going to take a deep dive into two of the biggest players in the game.
Okay.
We got DALL-E 3 from those OpenAI folks,
Yeah.
and then Janus Pro 7B
From DeepSeek.
from DeepSeek. Right.
Yep.
They both make these incredible images just from text prompts, but they go about it in totally different ways.
Very different.
So we're going to break it all down, compare them head to head,
Right.
see what makes each one tick, and the big question, which one's right for you?
That's what everybody wants to know.
Right. Okay, so first off, let's talk about the thing that's really caught everyone's eye. The crazy quality and artistry of the images these AIs can make.
Yeah, the art.
I mean, you see this stuff online, you're like, hold up, a computer did that.
Yeah, you're looking at it and you almost can't believe it.
Right. DALL-E 3 especially is known for these almost photorealistic images, but with this real artistic touch.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's so interesting.
It is. We're talking like high-end marketing campaigns, concept art for movies,
Oh, yeah.
video games.
Even fine art.
Yeah, stuff being sold at auction. I mean, wild. Right.
So I think a lot of DALL-E 3's success comes down to its training data.
The data. Okay.
You gotta imagine a data set filled with millions of images, right? Photos, paintings, digital art, everything you can think of.
So it's like it's studied the greats, basically.
Basically, it's seen it all from every style and technique. That's how it learns composition, color palettes.
Even like brushstrokes?
Yeah, you can see those influences in the output.
Wow.
And then on top of that, you've got the sophisticated algorithms like those diffusion models that actually turn those words into pictures.
Makes you wonder if art school was even necessary, huh?
Aha!
Just kidding. Just kidding. But okay, let's talk about Janus Pro 7B. So it seems to be doing its own thing, right? This whole multimodality thing. What's that all about?
Yeah, it sounds futuristic, right?
A little bit.
But it's actually simpler than you might think.
Okay, break it down for me.
So think of it like combining different senses, not just sight.
Okay.
So instead of just a static picture from words, Janus Pro 7B is trying to blend text and images in ways that bring in other senses.
Oh, interesting. So like a picture you can also hear.
Yeah, or even feel with textures. The idea is to create a richer experience, more immersive.
No, that's cool.
We're talking about interactive art.
Oh, wow.
Personalized images that respond to your input, maybe even whole new ways of experiencing visual.
Interactive art, huh? Now that's something I'd love to see.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing.
It is. But before we get too carried away with the possibilities, let's talk about accuracy for a minute.
Right.
How well do these AIs actually get what we're trying to tell them? I mean, if I give it a prompt, will it really see what I'm picturing in my head?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be like a game of artistic telephone, where the message gets all jumbled up along the way?
Right. That's a key question.
It is.
With DALL-E 3, you're generally going to get a very high degree of accuracy. It's really good at translating those prompts into visuals. It does what you tell it to do.
So reliable.
Very reliable. If you need specific things in your image or want it to look like a certain style, DALL-E 3 will likely nail it.
It's like having a super precise art assistant who never takes a break and never complains.
Exactly.
All right, so DALL-E 3 is the detail-oriented one, the one that follows the rules.
Yeah, pretty much.
What about Janus Pro 7B? A little more free-spirited, maybe.
That's a good question. And honestly, it's one we don't fully know the answer to yet.
Okay.
Because it's designed for this broader AI reasoning, it could surprise us with images that go beyond just matching the prompt.
Oh.
It might be able to pick up on a deeper meaning, a subtext. Whoa! And give you an image that isn't just pretty, but also makes you think.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
It's exciting stuff.
It is. Okay, so let's switch gears a bit and talk practicality for a second.
Sure.
Accessibility is huge, especially for people just dipping their toes into this AI art world.
Absolutely.
And I know DALL-E 3 is built right into ChatGPT, which is super convenient.
Yeah, it's very easy to use.
Right. Just type and go, basically.
Pretty much.
But I'm guessing there's a but coming.
Well, there are some limitations that come with that integration.
Okay, like what?
OpenAI has content moderation policies for DALL-E 3.
Oh, right.
So it won't make images of real people, for example, or anything considered sensitive.
Okay, so no hyper-realistic celebrity portraits or anything too controversial.
Exactly.
Makes sense, ethically.
Yeah, you got to draw the line somewhere.
Absolutely. But that's where Janus Pro 7B seems to go in a different direction.
Right.
Right. It's way more open, gives developers the freedom to experiment and tweak it for specific needs.
That's right.
It's mind-blowing. We could be talking about personalized art that's tailored just for you, interactive stories that change based on your choices, even completely new art forms we can't even dream of yet.
Yeah, the potential is huge.
It really does feel like we've been given a glimpse into the future of creativity, and it's both exhilarating and a little bit scary at the same time.
I know what you mean. It's like standing on the edge of something brand new.
Exactly. And I'm not sure if I'm ready to jump in or run for the hills, but as with any powerful technology, there are definitely some big questions to think about.
There are, and we'll delve into those in just a bit. Yeah, it really does feel like we're on the verge of something huge here.
It does, right?
As these AI image generators get more and more powerful, more sophisticated,
Right.
I can't help but wonder how it's going to change the way we think about creativity itself.
That's a great point.
Like, what does it even mean to be original when
Yeah.
a machine can make, a mind-blowing image just from a few words you typed in?
Right. It's like, who's the real artist here?
That's the question, isn't it?
It is. Are we just, like, the idea people now?
It's a question that artists, philosophers,
Right.
technologists, they're all wrestling with right now.
I bet it really challenges how we think about, you know, who made it, the authorship.
Yeah, that whole idea of originality,
Right.
it's up in the air.
Is it the person who wrote the prompt? Is it the AI? Is it some kind of weird combo of both?
Yeah, it's a collaboration of sorts.
It's wild. It's like the AI is a tool,
Yeah.
but it's also got its own, I don't know, its own thoughts in there somewhere.
Almost like a mind of its own, yeah.
Right. And it's learning so fast.
Evolving at an incredible pace.
Think back to those early AI images.
Oh, yeah.
They were cool, but also kind of wonky, right?
Yeah, unpredictable.
Yeah, you can get super specific with what you want, and the results are incredible.
It's pretty amazing how far it's come.
I was messing around with it the other day, trying to make a concept for a sci-fi book cover,
Oh, cool.
and honestly, it blew me away.
It's really something to see it firsthand.
It is. But, going back to what you were saying about originality,
Right.
with AI pumping out these, visually stunning images,
Mm-hmm.
does that make human artists less important?
Yeah. Does it devalue what they do?
Or does it just change, what it even means to be creative?
That's the core of it, I think.
It is.
Because the AI can handle the technical side so well now.
Yeah.
What's left for the human artist?
I don't think it takes away from human creativity at all.
Hmm.
I actually think it might make it even bigger.
How so?
Think about it. What if we see these AIs as partners,
Okay, I like that.
like collaborators in the creative process?
Okay.
Instead of replacing artists, they help them.
So like a painter could use AI to try out different color palettes.
Exactly. Or a filmmaker could use it to, I don't know, visualize a complex scene or make storyboards.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like having this endless well of inspiration you can tap into whenever you want.
That's a really interesting way to look at it.
Right.
I totally agree.
Instead of being scared of the machines taking over,
Right.
maybe we should be excited about working with them.
Embracing the possibilities.
Exactly. Who knows what amazing stuff we could make together? It could be like a whole new renaissance of art.
An AI-powered renaissance.
Yeah. Fueled by the combo of human creativity and artificial intelligence.
I love that idea.
Right. But it's important to remember that these AI models are still just tools, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And like any tool, they can be used for good.
Or for bad.
Exactly.
It all depends on who's using them and what their intentions are.
So we need to be careful, thoughtful,
Responsible.
right, about how we use this power.
Couldn't agree more.
Okay. So big picture, what are the main takeaways from this DALL-E 3 versus Janus Pro 7B showdown? What have we learned?
Well, we've seen that both of these models are crazy impressive.
They are.
Each in their own way, right? DALL-E 3, it's the one you go to if you want a really high-quality image, something artistic, and you need it to match your instructions exactly.
Yeah, it's the reliable one.
It is, and the ChatGPT integration makes it super easy to use.
Yeah, for sure.
But, there are those content limitations to keep in mind.
Right.
Then you've got Janus Pro 7B, still early days, but it's got more flexibility, and the potential for those multimodal creations is really exciting.
It's the wild card.
It is, in a good way.
Totally. So it's like
Yeah,
each model has its own strengths, its own weaknesses, just like any art tool.
exactly.
The best choice for you depends on what you're trying to do, what your creative goals are.
And that's the beauty of it. There's something for everyone.
There is.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to remember, these are just two examples
Right.
in a field that's changing like every day.
Oh, for sure.
New AI image models are popping up all the time.
It's hard to keep up.
It really is, and each one brings something new to the table, new possibilities, you know?
It's an exciting time to be following this stuff.
Absolutely.
Okay, so for everyone listening,
Yeah.
here's your homework, your challenge.
Mm.
Dive in. Play around with these tools, see what they can do.
Don't be afraid to experiment.
Exactly. Push the boundaries, find the limits, and most importantly, think about what it all means.
Think about the big picture.
Yeah, what implications of it all.
It's more than just making pretty pictures, you know?
It is. It's about how we create, how we see the world.
And how we define what it means to be human in this new age of AI.
Ooh, that's deep.
It is, but it's a question worth asking.
Absolutely. So go out there, get creative, have fun, and who knows? Maybe you'll discover the next big thing in AI art.
The future's wide open.
And that's a wrap for our deep dive into DALL-E 3 and Janus Pro 7B.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. This is just the beginning of the AI art revolution, and we can't wait to see what amazing things you all create.
Until next time.